Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got an absolute bombshell poll from Iowa. There was an Emerson one that was released earlier today that had Trump up by 10 and a half. And people were saying there were some rumors this Seltzer final poll was going to be not great for Trump. It was going to be like a Trump +3. You can see the previous one was Trump +4. They actually had one in the summer when it was Trump versus Biden, and they had Trump up by 18. Yes, by 18. So their final poll now, the poll has swung 7 points. This is Iowa. Iowa is very similar in terms of their voting record to Ohio. They're always to the right of the Rust Belt. This poll is saying that Kamala Harris is the favorite in Iowa by 3 points. I thought it was going to be Trump +3 and people were dooming because of it. It's Harris +3. And this pollster has swung by 21 points in the span of about 4.5 months, when you would think their last poll was in early September. Trump was polling worse everywhere in early September. So I can't even understand Trump only being up by 4 in Iowa, but that's another story. But it's like you would think, okay, the next one they release is going to be a Trump +8, +9, now that Trump is polling better. But they've gone even further, and they've got Harris up by 3 as their final poll, and there's been a reaction, and people are like, how does this affect other states? You would think if she was actually up by 3 in Iowa, there would be significantly different polling. And by the way, that one Ohio poll that they were bragging about with Harris only being down by 3, that was done by college students, and it was a total crap poll from Miami of Ohio University. And so now there's just so much polling manipulation. This is all crap. But this is the update, and we can go and look at it here. You want to talk about Iowa? It is basically, you would figure, a Trump lock, but you can see the last polls. I mean, they don't even have polls in Iowa because nobody thinks it's a swing state. You've got Trump in 2020 winning by 8.5. You've got Trump in 2016 winning by 9.5. It's very similar results to a state like Ohio, to where they're both to the right of the Rust Belt. And in 2016, Iowa was seen as a swing state. And when Trump won it by 9.5, liberals really shut up about it. Trump won it very easily in 2020 as well. It's not like there's a 3 or 4 point victory. This is 8.5, 9.5, very similar, to Ohio and other Midwestern state. And now they've got a +3. This is a total erroneous fake poll. How do we have an Emerson Trump +10 on the same day Harris +3? A difference of 13 with 3 days before the election in a state. A 13-point difference. A +3 for Harris to a plus Trump +10 for Trump. This is total crap. This own pollster, if you look at it, we're not going to be able to see the Trump versus Biden polls. They had Trump winning by 18 in the summer. How are you shifting by 21 points? My God. Oh my God. She must have cured cancer or something to shift at 21 points. That's unbelievable. But that's what we're looking at right now. And then when you go to this, there's been a reaction from the betting markets. And it's not going to be positive for Trump, because when you've got an Iowa poll like this that's respected, they're thinking, well, if she actually has a play at Iowa, and honestly, if you're a liberal, you're saying, well, she doesn't even have to win Iowa. If she keeps it within 3 or 4 points, that's really good news for the other states in the Midwest, like the Rust Belt states. And you've got Trump. I think he's gone down pretty significantly here. Trump at 55.7. But this is what we've seen. We've seen this poll. I mean, look at this. This poll has single-handedly, well, it looks like it might have stabilized a little bit. But Trump was around 93, 94. I would really put him at like 99 in Iowa. But you see this poll in the reaction, and it did at one point go down to 75-25 in Iowa. But now it might be stabilizing a little bit. This is crazy. It really is. But it's like they're attacking Iowa and Ohio and saying all these, states are close in the Midwest when it's confirmed. Everyone's in agreement. You're not going to get polls in Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin where it's saying it's toss-up, but then she's going to win Iowa. You think Iowa's to the left of those states, especially what we've seen with it from 2020 and 2016? Seriously? And they released this poll and they're like, oh my God, it's a miracle. Kamala Harris is now up. It's total crap. It is total crap. And if any liberal wants to bet on Iowa, I'll bet $1,000 right now. Trump wins Iowa by at least 4. That's a bet. I'll give you 4. I'll give you 5 points. I'll give you 5 points. I might have to actually give more, honestly, for someone to bet that, because they know they're not winning. These polls are total crap. But that's, this is what you're going to deal with. And we were told, and now guess what? Exactly what I didn't want to see. We've got final New York Times polls. I'm guessing it's going to be Pennsylvania. That's great. That's beautiful. That's just perfect. It's just amazing. We've got more New York Times polls coming out. Actually, New York Times Siena hasn't been terrible to Trump, but I'm concerned about their Michigan poll, or excuse me, their Pennsylvania poll. This I thought was interesting, but listen, this poll is total crap. What is this? All right, excluding the lucky 7 battleground states. We know the 7 battleground states. What do you think will be the next closest state by margin? Well, I think New Hampshire is going to be closer than Georgia and Arizona for starters. So that I would say New Hampshire. But you've got this poll. You've got this. I mean, this is like third graders are doing a project here. It's third graders. This is their group project. And then liberals are like, oh my God. She's within 3. It's like a third grade project. They give the kid a B+. Oh, I just did a poll of 20 people. Trump is only winning by 3. Sherrod Brown is winning. Go turn it. This is an A- project type thing here. Look at this. Miami University students conduct survey to try and get into 4th grade. I'm not even kidding. This is what's going on. I mean, this is how crap this is. And then these liberals on X, they're like, oh my God. No, who was the one dude? He's like, oh, I've got a special source. He's saying that we've got a new poll out of Ohio, and it's so, I don't want to reveal who it is. It's like third grade kids like doing a poll of 20 people lately. It's like, it's unbelievable, but this is what they do. Miami of Ohio students, and then this dude's like on X, like announcing it last night. I can't tell you the pollster. It's top secret. It's like second grade. It's like preschool kids trying to do this poll to get like extra nappy time or something. I mean, this is total crap. But this is the type of stuff that comes out, and they want you to be angry about it. But this is all crap. This is not coping. This is calling out the BS. And it's funny how Trump is up, Trump is up, Trump is up, Trump is up, Trump is up. But now, based off of nothing, I mean, the only thing that's really happened within the past week was really a flub by the Democrats where they tried to remember. Oh, guys, hold on, guys. Donald Trump is so bad, and he's Hitler. What is their final thing they're attacking Donald Trump for? Oh, they're attacking him for something a comedian said. Donald Trump didn't even say it. But no. Donald Trump is a horrible fascist, so let's attack a comedian. And then Biden comes out and calls half the country garbage, so they can't use that attack line anymore. And then even John Fetterman, who's sitting, on Rogan, I mean, I give the guy credit for going on there. She can't even go on Rogan. It has to be Fetterman they send up there. He waddles up there like a penguin. And it's total BS. But guys, these polls, this is ridiculous. We know that Trump is going to win Iowa. And they're doing this, but the problem with this is it's not just Iowa. They're going to cope and say, well, even if the poll is wrong by 5 or 6 points and she loses by 2 or 3, she's going to perform way better in the other Midwestern states than dumbasses. Why is she not performing better in terms of all of the polls? Why is she performing worse in every single poll relative to 2020, 2016? This is the only poll she's performing better than. This is the outlier, and that's really what's happening here. But no. This is a real legit poll. Iowa, guys, it makes total sense. Iowa has only swung 21 points within the last 4 months. That's not very much. No. I would no. We have to be fair to this poll. No. We'll be fair. If it had swung 40 points, that's where I draw the line. But it's only swung 21 points. It's totally normal. See, they've got this Trump +4 to Harris +3. It was Trump +18 when it was Trump versus Biden. But then Kamala Harris came in and she solved like all the world's problems. And so it's understandable with what Iowa people think. It's understandable. It's got to swing 21 points. She solved everything. Absolutely. But I'm being sarcastic. This is the crap that we have to deal with right before the election. And I think the Iowa stuff is going to stabilize. And I think people are going to realize it's a crap poll. But I was like, they were like, we're going to get a poll. It's like Trump +3. I'm like, whatever. It's going to be annoying. But it's Harris +3. What? Unbelievable. I've been told there's new polls coming from Atlas Intel tonight. We'll have to see if those get released. But that is the update on the Iowa poll, the Ohio poll that was done by like third graders. And they're like, oh, we're going to win now. We got 2 polls in the Midwest from states we're already going to lose. Let's take a look. Did they add it in here? They didn't even add it in here. They've got Trafalgar. I mean, Trump's up by 6.9. He's probably going to win this state by like 9 or 10. I got it like 9.5. Trump's going to win this state by. You've got Emerson +10. They haven't done another poll. Marist +6. Washington Post +6. Rasmussen +7. But yeah, that's the current situation, and that's why you're going to see some fluctuation in the betting. It's because of the effect of it. With Iowa potentially, you would figure if she's going to win Iowa, it would turn a lot of the other states slightly more liberal, because it's not, you would think it would just, it's not just going to be contained to Iowa. Some of the other Midwestern states are also going to be more liberal, but I think the poll is crap, and I think Trump's going to end up winning Iowa by at least 7, 8, 9. I mean, we saw Trump. Listen, this is a better environment for Trump than it was in 2020. Now, you can make the argument that specific states go to the left because of migration or whatever, and people moving into them. But this is a better situation for Trump than 2020. He won the state by 8.5 in 2020, very similar to Ohio. But now they're attacking Iowa and Ohio as coping mechanisms because they're down to one path. Remember, they went after Florida. They were like, they're going to win Florida. I'm like, what are these people talking about? Now they're stopped obsessing with Florida because they've gotten like 10 polls that say, no, she's going to lose by like 10 points, and they're getting crushed in all the early voting. So now they have to go to like Iowa and Ohio, and they're going to lose these states by 10 points as well. They're losing everywhere. There's no substance. And then they released this crap final poll. Oh my God, Iowa's only shifted 21 points in the span of 4 months. It's totally realistic, guys. It is. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.